Hello and welcome to the Thursday Night GT Championship on PlayStation 4, and this is the race department TNGTC. Welcome. It's a bit later than usually. That's because, well, I couldn't make it earlier, so I will fill you in. I have no idea what happened before because usually the feature race should have almost ended by now. There is a formation lap. I have no information whatsoever, but this should be the formation lap right now, and looks like, yeah, they are forming up for the start, and Gunnar Gamble is on pole, and they're off. So we are off for this. Probably it's a sprint race, so I guess this will be 12 laps at the Hockenheimring in Germany. So Gunnar Gamble has a good start, followed by Adam Morris in the red and black Audi, the Hot Wheels Audi, the number 5. Here we are coming up to the tight hairpin, and everything seems to be going well. There are Liam and Jamie. Liam in the white BMW, Jamie in the yellow Lamborghini, and he is passed. Behind them we have Ice Super Scrub making the move on Papano, but goes wide off track and spins it. Loses 1, 2, 3, probably 4 positions all the way up to the back, and he spins again. So that is Ice Super Scrub from 7th to last in 2 corners. Back in front, it's still Gunnar Gamble on P1 as they come up to the arena. And that's almost lap 1. It says lap 2, but there was, of course, the formation lap, which counts as 1 lap. So it is Gunnar Gamble in first, RDF 1, Adam Morris in second, and we have Gazer 1, 2, 3 in third, and Jamie goes wide in his yellow Lamborghini, Jamie F430, but doesn't lose any position there. In between in fourth is the multicolored green-winged Audi driven by Boy Rexer. And Jamie's trying on the outside, but this is the tight hairpin to the right, so maybe he can cross there. No, but now he is on the inside, and he pushes Benji wide. And this is all for position, people. Behind Benji is now Liam. Liam at Thurzo, 6th position currently, but he is on the tail, and that was closed by Boy Rexer. Benji almost hit the wall there, coming into the arena. There we have it in the back. This is Ben Millen, close to Night 4001's Ferrari. Ben in the Demon Tweaks Lamborghini. Meanwhile, in the front, we can see that Gunnar Gamble and RDF1 Adam Morris are slowly pulling away from the driver in third, which is Gaz. Gazer 123 is now about 8.7 seconds behind the race leader. And there we have it. Jamie is still in front of Boy Raxer. And in the back we can see, no, it's Benji looking on the inside, but he's not close enough. Maybe he can do a switch back here. Looks like he had a better exit. And we have Knight was going wide there. Ben is past, and Papano is already on his tail. Goes wide there, and Papano is through, and PS Scooby is... Oh, sorry, wait, that's Paul Scott Live 85. And I Super Scrub just left the session, so it's 10 left. Every driver now is in the points. It is Paul Scott, was not able to overtake Knight. And Knight is still close to Papano. Well, we saw him struggle earlier on, and we saw his teammate struggle, I Super Scrub, who just left the session. So looks like this isn't the right track for the Ferraris. Let's see how they're doing in the front. It is still a close battle between Gonna Gamble, who comes out the hairpin, oversteering just a little, but that's not enough for Adam to make a move there. Well, excuse me for this, but I have to set up everything. I got home 2 minutes before I got started the stream, so I have to put the link in all our channels. So I'll give you this fight for first for now. I'll keep a half eye on everything. So it's still close between Adam and Gonna Gamble in the black and red Lamborghini, the 666. Okay, there. It's still close between these two, but it looks like Gonna Gamble has found a little gap, because it's now about 7/10. Okay, what do we have here? It is Boy Raxer 14 in 5th position, chasing down Jamie F430. And it looks like the Lamborghinis are slightly faster here at Hockenheim than the Audis. And here we are. And we have a viewer on the chat on our YouTube channel. It's AOR Smoking Puppy 841 saying hi. Hey Smoking Puppy, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the race. We are at the Hockenheimring for 12 laps of racing in the TNGTC, and well, we have some news actually. Since this week we are powered by Next Level Racing. Awesome racing gear for sim racing. So if you are looking for a rig, definitely check them out. And it's still a close battle between Jamie F430 and Boy Rax of 14. Now coming into the arena. And old Benji, now in 5th place, is a good exit from this corner. Oh, and he was held up a bit, but maybe he had a better exit. Well, it doesn't look like it. It's just that the straight line speed of the Lamborghini is slightly better than the Audi's. And back in front, it's also a battle between the Lamborghini and the Audi. In this case, by Boy Rexer's teammate, and he just... Oh, sorry. I thought he spun. Wasn't paying attention. It's RDF1 Adam Morris, Boy Rexer's teammate for Snakes Unite Racing. And in front of him, leading the race now for 7 laps, is Gunnar Gamble. And Gunnar Gamble is Ben Milden's teammate. Ben Milden currently in 7th position. A bit in no man's land. In the back you can see Paul Scott. It's Paul Scott, Papano and Knight battling it out for 8th position. It's not quite that close, but just one small mistake could lose you a position. And there we saw Jamie going wide coming into the arena, giving Benji a chance to get a bit closer. But this is a tight track, so it's hard to overtake, especially at this last sector. And Jamie at 430 is using all the space he can to bring as much speed as possible. And in the back we can see the white BMW driven by Liam at Thurso. Liam is a driver for the Spam Fritters Racing, trying to catch up with the guys in front, but he is just a bit slower, at least for the last lap. He was a 10th slower than the 2 drives in front, so not able to gain a bit of time. Ben Milden behind him is on the pace of the guys in front, so maybe he will be able to catch him, but there's only about 3 laps left. Liam goes a bit wide there. And there is still a gap of about a half a second between RDF1 Adam Morris and Gunnar Gamble. So even though Adam is quicker, or has been in the last lap, but Gunnar Gamble has answered with a 39.0, and Adam did about the same last lap, and he is now 3/10 slower. Gaz is doing the same times as RDF1 Adam Morris, but he is too far away. It's now about 4 seconds 3.5 between him and RDF1 Adam Morris. So these guys are just slowly pulling away. And there we have Liam in the pits. So he must have had some damage. You can see he has enough fuel. Must have had some damage somewhere. In the back we can see Ben Milden in 6th place. In front of him, Boy Rexer and Jamie at 430 are still battling it out for 4th. But like I said before, this track is very narrow and there are not a lot of opportunities to overtake, especially when you don't have DRS. If any of you has seen the DTM races 2 weeks ago, start of the season, that second race was great. Benji is coming into the pits, so I believe we are not watching the sprint race, but we are actually watching the feature race. Like I said before, if you weren't watching, I was a bit late, so didn't see the first part. We had a bit different start. Usually we have a standing start. Today we had a rolling start. And as you can see, Benji came into the pits and also Ben Milden came into the pits. So then this is definitely the feature race. And was Liam's pit stop a regular pit stop? And Liam is the undercut king, so was to be expected to see him going into the pits early. Then this race will probably last for 25 laps. And I am now searching for a bit of info to see anything about why they started this late and why they did a rolling start, but sorry, I don't have any information about that for now. That will probably have to wait until after the race, and I can ask one of the drivers what happened. Meanwhile, we had Gazer in the pits, also Jamie in the back in the yellow Lamborghini, and Paul Scott and Papano have just entered the pits, while Gaz and Jamie are now leaving. So back in front, it's still a battle for first between Gonna Gamble and RDF1 Adam Morris here in the race department Thursday night GT Championship, also known as the TNGTC, powered by Next Level Racing on PlayStation 4, and of course the game we are using is Project Cars 2. By the way, we are still looking for drivers, so if you're interested, sign up on the forums. You can find us at racedepartment.com. And here we have Gonna Gamble entering the pits, and Adam with his standard move following in the pits. I'd love to see Adam make a bold move once and go in early or stay out a lap longer, try an under or overcut, but this is his way to do a race, I guess. We'll have to interview him sometime. Okay, so Knight has also entered the pits, and on track is Gaz coming through the final corner here. Will that be in time? Nope. The guys are back out. But we will see the difference. Sorry. Switch to Gaz. And goes wide there in turn 1. Loses a bit of time there. And we'll just have to see. 3.6. So didn't gain a lot really. But meanwhile, Liam's undercut did work. Because he is now in 6th place. No, it didn't work. He was in front of Ben, and Ben is now very close behind. And both are on a very different amount of fuel. So if you look at Ben Milden, you can see in the upper right of the screen that he has 33 liters of fuel left, while Liam has 41. And you can see from his times he did a 1:41.4 last lap, so he must have made a mistake because all the others are around 1:38, 1:39. So that's what cost him the gap to Ben Milden, Milden man 27. And back in front, it's really close now between RDF1, Adam Morris, and Gunnar Gamble. .4. So they got into the pits and came out practically the same as they went in. And the gap to Gaz has already grown to 4 seconds again. Meanwhile, I want to check something because we saw Ben Milden, Mildenman 27, trying to get on the outside, trying to do a switchback, but they both have a bit of oversteer. They probably both were just too enthusiastic coming out of that very tight hairpin. But let's see, and he is Ben Milden, 30 liters. Jamie is on 39. And Paul Scott is on 35. So that is a very low amount of fuel. So I wonder if he will make it to the end with that amount of gas left in his tank. There's all the others except for Knight, but he's in a Ferrari. Could be that the Ferrari's not that heavy on fuel. The rest is about 35, 38, as you can see at the upper right screen. And Gunnar Gamble is also on 30 liters. So it might be that the Lamborghini doesn't need as much fuel as the other cars. But I guess we will see at the end of the race. So if you are watching this on YouTube, we had a poll on, we tweeted a poll on our Twitter account about watching, because we are pretty curious where everyone is watching. We usually stream our races live on this account. so on our TNGTC YouTube account. But we also hear a lot about Twitch, so we would like to know which is your preferred channel to watch. Is that on YouTube or on Twitch? So if you go to twitter.com/TNGTC, which of course stands for the Thursday Night GT Championship, and well, if you go to our profile at TNGTC, you can vote. The options are YouTube, Twitch, and Dailymotion. I won't tell you which is the most popular yet. I probably won't at all, because the poll will last for 6 more days. So go to twitter.com/TNGTC and cast your vote. Maybe we will switch to Twitch if it is more popular. Well, just let us know. And while you're at it, follow our account. You can follow us on several social media. Of course, this YouTube channel. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/TNGTC, and on Instagram, TNGTC_official. So hit us up, follow us, and if you're interested in racing, let us know. Just send us a message and we'll invite you for a practice session. If you can match the average time of our drivers, you're welcome to race with us, even if it's just for once. We would love to see a full grid all season long, so if you want to race with us for a full season, let us know. We are currently in round 13 and 14 at the Hockenheimring, and this calendar for season 7. This is our 7th consecutive season. This is one of the shortest we had so far, I think. Last season was one of the longest, but that proved to be too long, so we made it a bit shorter this season, and we are at about 75% of the season. There are 18 rounds in total. Sorry, 19. So next week we have Brands Hatch. Then it is Circuit Bugatti. That's the inner Le Mans circuit in France. And after that, on June 7th, we have the grand finale, and that will be on at Monza, at the Monza short track, and that will be an endurance race, a 2-hour endurance, and that's a double point system for the season finale. And after that, we will probably have a couple of weeks off, and then we will start season 8. And if you are following us on one of our profiles on social media, you have probably seen the tracks for season 8 already, and which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tracks. So that's a longer season again, probably around 28 to 30 rounds in total. Meanwhile, back to the race, we have Gonna Gamble still in the lead in lap 17. If you're wondering why I say lap 17, that's because lap 1 was the formation lap for the rolling start. Gonna Gamble is still being followed by RDF1 Adam Morris, who has been on his tail since the beginning of the race, so quite impressive, but without any DRS like in DTM or Formula 1. This track is just too short to make a great move to overtake another driver. And especially the last part is very narrow and curvy, so hard to overtake unless someone makes a mistake. Gaz is still in third, and he's doing great laps, but he's just a bit slower than the guys in front, so he is now 6 seconds behind the number 2. And furthermore, there's quite a gap between most drivers. Here's Jamie in 5th place, followed by Ben Milden, who has overtaken Liam. We've missed that, but Liam is now in 7th place. Between him and Paul Scott is now almost 10 seconds, so he's a bit of in a no man's land. There's a gap between him and Papano of about 6 seconds, and 2 seconds behind Papano is Knight. So with 7 laps to go, we're now in lap 19 of 25. The only close battle is still between Gunnar Gamble and RDF1 Adam Morris. And I think that after his last race, Gunnar Gamble has got a taste for the podium. He won the last sprint race back at Brno in the eastern part of Europe. I believe it's in the Czech Republic. He led that race from start to finish, and he's doing very well again here. Started from pole and still is on pole after 20 laps, with Adam Morris right on his tail. Excuse me. So Gunnar Gamble is now, he has made his return to the TNGTC after being absent for a couple of seasons, and he joined Ben Milden, Man 27, currently in 6th place in the Lamborghini, and he joined halfway through the season after Ben Milden's other teammate quit. So that's a great return and an amazing comeback by Gunnar Gamble, on his way to win his 2nd race in the season. And let's get on board with Adam Morris. Get rid of the interface for now, and we'll join Adam for a lap around Hockenheim. Here's start finish. This is the North Curve, also known as the North Corner. This is still part of the old track, which changed it, well, quite a while ago, and this is where they changed it into. This is the new part. Very long straight. This is the Parabolica. A long left-hander. And with DRS you can have quite some time to make a move to the guy in front, and Adam made a slight mistake there at the Spitzkehre, the very tight hairpin, and then a very tight left-hander. And here we are back on the part of the old track. This is the Mobile 1 curve and into the stadium. Sachs curve. And then here we have the Süd curve. This corner, this is the last corner. Also the last corner of the old track. So that is a lap around Hockenheim, and Adam has lost some time I think due to that mistake he made at the hairpin. And here we have Ben Milden. Did Jamie make a mistake? I don't think so. I think Ben is just on a roll. We have 4 laps to go, but I think it's going to be very tight with just 9 liters. If we look at Jamie F430's fuel tank, he has 17 left, and Ben only 8. I can't imagine that the Lamborghini only uses about 2 liters of fuel per lap, because that's what Ben has left in his tank with 4 laps to go, just under 4. And Gonna Gamble made a mistake. You can see his front left, and he spins again after leading the race for so long with only 3 laps to go. He loses it and retires. Well, that's a real hashtag. That's too bad. What a shame for Gonna Gamble. The pressure got to him. So now it's Adam. RDF1 Adam Morris leading the race after 23 laps with only 2 laps to go. He has 11 liters in his tank. Look at that. Ben Milden has only 6 liters of fuel left. That's going to be very, very tight. The gap to Jamie has gotten a bit bigger, so I think he is saving fuel. And for the rest, it's quite a gap between all the drivers. In the back we can see Liam. 5 liters left for Mr. Milden. Well, he might just make it, but it's gonna be awfully tight. It's a good thing that he doesn't have to have any fuel left. He can use every single drop. And he is getting closer again to Jamie F430 a bit, but look at that, 2 laps to go. And 4 liters left. That's gonna be, well, he has to tune down his fuel usage. Or just lift more. And don't shift too short. 3 liters. I hope my screen is wrong, but I doubt it if he will make it. Here's the race leader, Adam Morris, coming through the final turn. Oh, sorry. Entering the arena with 8 liters of fuel left. That's a bit much, but better safe than sorry. And here he is, coming into the last corner. And this is the last lap, apparently. Okay, so Adam Morris wins the feature race, followed by Gaz in second, and Benji Boy Raxa 14 ends up in third on the podium because Gunnar Gamble spun and retired. Ben Milden with 2 liters left, finishing the race. Liam crosses the line in 6th. Says hi to his pit crew. And in the back you can see Paul Scott crossing the finish line in 7th. Papano, newcomer this season, in 8th. And a donut by Liam. And Jeremy just Knight 4001. Did not finish. It says, don't know what happened there, but that is the feature race at the Hockenheimring in Germany. This was the Thursday Night GT Championship by Race Department, powered by Next Level Racing on Project Cars 2 for PS4. Thank you for watching. And well, like I said, I don't have a lot of info on what happened before we started this live stream, so there is probably going to be a sprint race after this, so stay tuned to our channel and look for a new live stream, because we probably will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in a couple of minutes. See ya!